Alice fell in love with 3 brothers at the same time. As long as she could marry one of them, she would have no regrets in this life. But the 3 brothers only saw Alice as a tool. The eldest texted her, asking her to meet him to get a marriage license. But from 9 in the morning, she waited until 9 at night, and the eldest never showed up. The second brother lied to her, saying they'd marry if she dug up a ring buried in the dirt with her bare hands. Alice dug until her 10 fingers were covered in blood and dirt, not knowing the second brother had never buried any ring at all. The youngest was even more despicable. On his birthday, he tricked Alice, saying that if she smeared cake all over her face to entertain everyone, he would marry her. So Alice covered her entire face with cream and smiled while taking pictures with them. But little did she know, in everyone's eyes, she was nothing but a clown. After going through so much pain, Alice finally realized that none of the 3 brothers truly loved her. She immediately went to see their grandmother and begged her to let her marry the brother's second uncle instead. The grandmother called the second uncle to ask for his opinion, and to everyone's surprise, he agreed right away, saying the wedding would be in 7 days. After hearing the news, Alice called her father to tell him. Her father didn't care whom she married, and when he learned it was a powerful man like the second uncle, he became even more supportive. It turned out that since Alice was 8 years old, her father had promised her to the 3 brothers, waiting for her to grow up and marry into their family. After handling the wedding matters, Alice returned home, only to overhear the 3 brothers mocking and scheming about her. Even though she had already known, hearing it again still brought tears to her eyes. Alice recalled the great earthquake that had shaken the entire nation, when she had risked her life to save the 3 brothers, yet never received a single word of concern from them. So she made up her mind never to humble herself again. She stepped outside and called her mentor, saying she wanted to return to the research institute. Her mentor was thrilled to hear it, since Alice was highly accomplished in the scientific field, but had given up her career because of the 3 brothers. After the call, Alice returned to the living room, and the eldest's face instantly darkened. He warned Alice that he would never marry her. The second declared he only loved his first love. The youngest joined in, calling Alice shameless. Alice couldn't take it anymore. She shouted that she wouldn't marry any of them, but the 3 brothers didn't believe her. Just as Alice was about to tell them the truth, a maid rushed in, saying that the first love, upon hearing the brothers were getting married, had started hurting herself. The 3 brothers panicked and left without looking back. Alice returned to her room and suddenly heard a knock at the door. It was someone sent by the second uncle with the property deed, asking Alice to go ahead and decorate their new home. The next day, Alice finished decorating the wedding house, but when she came back later, she found the 3 brothers throwing a party there with the first love. She confronted them on the spot, demanding to know what they were doing. The eldest said coldly that the wedding house wouldn't be used anyway, and that letting the first love use it should be Alice's honor. The first love stepped forward proudly, showing off a one-of-a-kind designer gown the eldest had given her, and that the second and third brothers had given her a yacht and a mansion. Alice shoved the first love away, shouting that she would never marry any of them, and ordering them to get out, but the brothers demanded proof. Just then, Alice received a call from the second uncle, and she tried to show them, but as she turned the phone toward them, the phone suddenly died. Everyone burst into laughter. To avenge the first love, the eldest ordered his men to smash up the wedding house. Alice looked at the mess all around her, and finally broke down crying. She returned home in despair, tore apart the only photo of herself and the brothers, and swore never to have anything to do with them again. Soon, the wedding day arrived. Alice, dressed in her wedding gown, got into the bridal car. Meanwhile, the 3 brothers were still deluding themselves, thinking Alice was still dreaming of marrying them. But when they returned home, they never heard from Alice again. The eldest finally couldn't sit still. He grabbed the maid, demanding to know where Alice had gone. The maid told them the truth. Alice had packed her things and left, saying she would never come back. The eldest couldn't believe it. He went to Alice's room, but after searching everywhere, they found only a diary. With no choice, the 3 went to the wedding venue, where everything was magnificently arranged. The first love, jealous, sneered that Alice was just putting on a show. But the next second, the officiant announced the entrance of the bride and groom. Alice appeared slowly, wearing a wedding gown worth 100 million. Time ticked by, but the groom, the second uncle, still hadn't arrived. Seeing this, The brothers assumed Alice was just pretending again. They took turns accusing her on stage, and even planned to destroy the wedding in front of everyone. Just then, the brothers' father arrived and demanded to know what they were doing. The youngest said Alice had brought it upon herself and ordered the security guards to start smashing things. The first love watched proudly, enjoying the chaos. When Alice saw the guards begin to move, she quickly tried to stop them, but almost fell over. At that critical moment, a pair of strong hands caught her by the waist. The three brothers turned in shock and saw that it was the second uncle.